Hey, good morning, everybody. I am Natalie Finn, and I help people who feel trapped by their circumstances to move from frustrated to fulfilled. So if you know that you were made for more and you are ready to make a change, then I encourage you to go on over to my website at nataliefinncoaching.com and sign up on the homepage to receive my weekly emails. If you do get my emails already, you might have noticed that I have been talking a lot about shifting your mindset and kind of your overall attitude. Right? You probably have heard that old adage, attitude is everything. Well, it got me thinking, what is attitude? We talk about it all the time, and I realized that maybe some of us don't even exactly know what that is and why it's important. So the dictionary says that attitude is simply a settled way of thinking or feeling about someone or something, and it's typically one that's reflected in a person's behavior. So in other words, our attitude is the combination of our thoughts and our feelings, which ends up leading to our behavior. So if we want to change what we're doing, for example, we want to stop yelling at our kids, we want to stop criticizing our husband, we want to stop drinking, we want to do something different, then what we really are going to have to address are the thoughts and feelings and that are driving that behavior. So we're shifting our attitude in order to get different results. So last week I shared how shifting our thoughts and feelings or shifting our attitude is really similar to putting on a new pair of sunglasses. Right, we have maybe several pairs of sunglasses, and some of them we choose because we like how they look, but oftentimes we choose them because of the lens that they have. And different lenses are good for different circumstances, right? And it really can drastically change how the world looks as you put on these different pairs of sunglasses with these different lenses. I don't know if you've ever been at the beach or a lake or any body of water really, and you switched from your regular sunglasses to a pair of polarized glasses. And it's amazing, right? Truly amazing, because everything looks so much more crisp and clear. And better yet, you also find that you don't have to squint anymore while you're looking out at the water, because it's taken the polarized lens has taken away the glare. And as a result, then your experience in this situation goes from good to great, because you're not squinting anymore, and you actually probably are able to see things that maybe you didn't notice before because you couldn't see it. It's not that it wasn't there before, it's just you couldn't see it because of the glasses that you were wearing, or the lens that you were using to view the situation. So in the same way, when we're talking about wanting to make a change in our life, a change in the way that we're responding in certain situations, right? We don't have control over how other people are behaving or what they're doing or what they're saying, but we do have control over ourselves and how we're showing up and the things that we are doing. So if you want to stop doing something, or you want to maybe start doing something, you want to make that change, the first step is to really take a look at what is your perspective. What are your thoughts and feelings around that situation that are driving your behavior? And I know I shared a story also recently where I took my son surfing, and it didn't go well for me, let's say. He had a great time, but I was rolling around in the rocks, and yeah, it was not pretty. It was kind of embarrassing. And, in that moment, I could make a choice. I could continue to focus on how embarrassed I was, how frustrated I was, how I was only there because of him. And that really would have led me to lash out at him when he got up out of the water to meet me on the sand. Or I could choose to also look at the situation from a different perspective, right? Changing the attitude, changing my thoughts around it. So rather than, focusing on how hard it was walking on the rocks, I could also remember that, hey, walking on the rocks is a great core workout. Or being able to focus on the positive part of that experience. My son was cheering for me, and he's not going to do that forever. Someday he's probably going to be like, peace out, Mom. I actually would prefer that you not come with me to surf. So as I began to shift my attitude and the things that I was thinking about, then my feelings of embarrassment kind of subsided. I wasn't as annoyed any longer, and I was able then to celebrate with my son when he got out of the water. And when we got back to our bikes, we had a really lovely experience. But truly, if I had stayed in that space that I was in when I was rolling around in the rocks, had he showed up at that very moment, it maybe would have not gone so well, right? I probably would have lashed out at him. I would have said something out of frustration that I would have definitely regretted later. So thanks for joining me, you guys. And just know that in the next coming weeks, we're going to continue to explore this idea of shifting our attitude, really acknowledging the thoughts that we are keeping about a specific situation, and then really begin to understand the power that comes from noticing them and then choosing a new perspective, right? And we're going to even break down the different kinds of attitudes, general attitudes that we might have or carry that we don't even realize, and be able to kind of actually name them and understand, oh, when I have this type of attitude, and we'll kind of name it, right? This pair of glasses or this level attitude, level 1, for example, I tend to think this way, and I tend to feel this way, and this is generally how I act in that space when I'm thinking and feeling this way. And so we'll begin to, I'm going to break it down for you week after week, and we'll take a good hard look at what that looks like and what we want to do about it. So again, if you are not on my email list, head on over to nataliefinncoaching.com and get yourself signed up. Also, if you're interested in exploring how you could maybe work with me personally and what that would look like if you were to hire me as your coach, and how we could work together to help you to shift your mindset in certain areas and really get the results that you want in your life, how you can really move yourself from frustrated to fulfilled in your relationships, in your career, whatever that might be. I invite you, again, head on over to my website, and you can go to the Work With Me page, nataliefinncoaching.com, and there's a small form there that you can fill out down at the bottom, and we can take a quick moment to chat, and I can find out more about what's going on in your life. So until next week, have a great weekend, guys. Talk to you later. Bye.